So last but not least, GTA 6 leaks.
Yes, yes, yes.
So apparently, a developer at Rockstar got phished, which is essentially being tricked and like clicking a bad link, and that resulted in the hacker getting access to the employer's Slack and stealing development footage. So I guess we could start with the morality of leaks and the reaction people have had to the leaks. So objectively, leaking stuff like this is bad. And
Right.
ultimately, it harms not only the advertisement of the games, but it can spoil things the developers and players wanted to experience firsthand. And, finally, it can ruin the, you know, knowledgeable consumers, the unknowledgeable consumers' perception of said game. What I mean by that last part is that not everyone knows the ins and outs of game development, and not everybody really wants to or cares to. But
Right.
unfortunately, that does not stop people from judging games based off of their non existent knowledge of how games are made. People are seeing bugs and unfinished animations, environments, and characters and calling it bad or saying that it looks like a PS3 game, which is, first and foremost, I hate that insult when people say something looks like a PS3 game or a PS2 game. And I'm like, bro, when was the last time you actually played a PS2 or PS3 game? Because
Right.
no modern game looks anywhere close to those games. Like, I'm not saying they look bad. I'm just saying they look old. And this look, there was literally a screenshot that was so it takes place in Vice City, the game, which is
Mm.
essentially GTA's version of Florida. And there was a there was a no, it quite literally is like a fictional version of
Yeah.
Florida. So
Real, real.
there was a picture of a street corner, like a real place in Florida that they recreated in
Mm.
the game. And low key, the screenshot from the game looked more real than the actual picture of the real place. And I'm like, I don't know if that's because I'm chronically online or if the games just look too good. Like, even though it's unfinished, it still looks amazing. Like, for
Right.
people who know how video game production works, when I see stuff like this, I go, "Wow, it looks really good." And this game's probably still another couple of years out. I'm excited for it. Whereas people who don't know say stupid stuff like it looks bad or like a PS3 game. So first and foremost, it's not
Hmm.
finished. um,
Like that's the biggest piece here. It's not finished.
like I don't know if you guys thought that games were made out of thin air or something, but they aren't, and they take a lot of time to make. This game's not finished, and it may still not be out for years. Secondly, they didn't want you to see this in the first place. Not all artists want to show their work in an unfinished state. I feel like that's more of a thing when it comes to like drawing. When it comes to drawings, people enjoy seeing and showing people the unfinished version of their drawing. But when it comes to
Mm.
games and like movies, nobody wants to show people unfinished versions of those because those are things that there's so much information in how that story is supposed to be told that if you're missing it, you will be you will be lost and might come to the wrong conclusion. So people don't like to show this type of stuff early.
Right.
Last but not least, if a lot of people aren't aware of this, Rockstar makes more than GTA. And not only do they make more than GTA, the other games that they make are just as big as GTA, like Red Dead Redemption 2, which took a few years shy of a decade to finish and release. It took around 7 or 8 years, and guess when they started making it? The year after the first game came out, which
Right.
was like 2010, maybe? Not when it came out, but when they started making it. Let me see when the first Red Dead came out. The first Red Dead came out in 2010. I was actually right. And they started working on it in 2000, the second game in 2011, and it came out in 2018. So, and that was a very detailed game. I love that game. So if you would assume since this is next gen, this was a game that came out on PS4 and Xbox One, and that game looks beautiful. I've been playing it on my Xbox Series X, and it looks just as good on the Xbox One as it does on my Series X, which is ridiculous. It just really
Hmm.
utilizes last gen's technology. And it still takes a long time to load, even on my Series X. Even though it's faster than it took to load on my Xbox One, it still takes a while because it's a big game. So you can
Right.
only imagine that on the next generation of consoles, and they're making a new game, it's gonna take them even longer to make it. So just be patient, guys. So assuming, based on how they made Red Dead 2, that they started working on this the year after GTA 5 in 2015,
Mm.
and it's gonna take 7 years. So 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay. 22, maybe they'll announce it. But if we to assume it's going to take longer, we've probably got another 2 years.
Yeah.
So, and not only that, but once it's out, you know it's going to be out for like 15 years, and they're not going to make another one for like another 20. So like, just be patient. They also plan on in the leaks a while back, it being a game where they continuously update it. So this game's going to be around for a while. So they're going to really want to, work hard on it and make it the best they possibly can before they release it. So, we just got to have some patience. Now, on the other side of this discussion, in terms of morality,
Right.
I cannot pretend that I do not enjoy leaks.
Yeah.
So I do feel bad for developers, sure. But as long as there are no spoilers for the story, I honestly enjoy getting more information about the games that I'm excited for.
Right.
Like, not too long ago there was a leak, like I said, a leak about GTA 6. And they said that it would be like a Bonnie and Clyde type story where you play as two characters, one man of an unknown race and a Latino woman, in Vice City. And this was basically confirmed in the leak. It's a woman. I can't tell if she's Latino or not. But I would assume she probably is. She kind of looks like it. And that's probably the route that they're going, which is, a lot of people are upset that there was going to be it's weird the lengths people go to be sexist, because you know what people say? They say like, a woman can't do the things that you do in GTA. You're telling me a woman can't what, drive a car and shoot people and
Right.
do drugs
Right.
and like have sex with prostitutes? Are these all things specific that only men can do? Like, no. What are you talking about?
Right. And then I point to you to Saints Row, which has female protagonists.
Well,
and I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, and it like has a character customization, so I feel like that's very different. But
oh yeah, fair.
Yeah, but like,
even still though,
because of this, I hope that Red Dead Redemption 3, there's a character in Red Dead Redemption 2 who does not die. Because that's a game where people die. And she survives, and I hope that the third game is her. Like, the Red Dead Redemption 2 that you play as her. Because Red Dead Redemption 2 isn't a game. Red Dead Redemption isn't a game where you switch between characters like GTA. Because GTA 6, you can switch between 3 different characters. And in 6 is going to look like you can switch between 2 characters. Or maybe it might be a couple more because we don't know. But in Red Dead, they don't do that. So I would assume that you're going to only play as one character. And I hope that one character is Sadie Adler from Red Dead Redemption 2. It's hard saying that a bunch of times. Red Dead Redemption. It's a tongue twister. But yeah.
Yeah.